The second set of article, I should say, that I have got with respect to the AMP Up series articles. I'm going to take you through some major articles, and I expect that you should have looked into that and you're not missing out. If you are missing out, might as well go back, read it. Otherwise, this is just to help you revise things in a very quick span of time. So, in that, without wasting much time, my list of article in the second video of article series is that we have got Article 53. And I'll give you the reasons also why they have been in news, that we have got Article 53. B has been in news, that is power of the president, executive power of the president. That has always been in news, and I think that you should have followed that. Article 54, election of the president. As I think role of nominated member, how they have got their role in this. Also, the NCT, and then PC, and then for that matter, all those UTs which have got legislation, state legislature kind of thing, how they are participating in that. That angle I like you to keep in mind. Article 72, that is President acts on the advice of the Council of Ministers. This has been in news, that is with respect to BNSS, Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita that we have got, and then the time limit setting, not time limit setting for that. So there was so much in news that that also restriction on the mercy petition, 30 days restriction or not there or there. Central government sends recommendation, but no deadline for the president. I mean, that's something which we had there, and I suppose BNSS related Article 72 Connect, I'm sure you're able to establish those fine points that are there. Since I'm not into teaching here, I'm just indicating, and then if you've followed, great. If you've not, might as well look into this also. Article 74, advice of Council of Ministers binding on the president or not, that aspect is there. And then the time limit to get the feedback from the president, that has been somewhere in debate once again. And then no time limit, that is there. And then 44th Amendment. And then I think 74th Amendment must accept. I think I'll give you an amendment series also. So how the whole thing has, Article 74 has unfolded. And also SR Bombay and others case can also be connected with this. Article 75, ministers are individually responsible to the president, or they're collectively responsible to the president. That's something which is what is debatable. Are they responsible to the parliament? Coalition and majority government, and those situations, Article 75 becomes very vital, and I like you to keep that in mind. Article 76, the fixed tenure, no fixed tenure of AG that we have got, 5 years or whatnot. And then I think there has been a debate about the powers of CAG that we have got, and then in many cases the Supreme Court has given its own views about it. And then that is R. Venkatraman case, that situation that we have got, and then petitions that we have had on that. I like you to look into those aspects. Then Article 78 we can take next. Article 78, that is constitutional duty of PM to furnish information, and if it is being taken seriously or not taken seriously, is this a constitutional routine matter or constitutional obligation? Article 78 has been referred by so many articles, and we've got to be careful about that. Article 82, that's very high in my mind, that we have got delimitations, and then to be taken up in 2026, and then debate of North India, South India on that issue, and also the issue connected with the census that we have got with respect to the women reservation in the legislation that has been there. So Article 82, and also the word gerrymandering or gerrymandering, whatever we call it. Gerrymandering has been an issue here. I'd like you to keep those things in your mind. Apart from that, we have got Article 85, president can summon the house, and there's no gap more than 6 months that we have got. And then I think the recent, very recent uh, uh, special session being brought about, and then those 106th Amendment that we have got, and that has been a major issue of that. And then also how long the special sessions can be called, how often they can be called. And last special session was called when? It was before this current one we had in 2023. Uh, Commemorating 75 years of that we had, and also we had uh, new building wala that we had. So there are some special sessions, and there are not too many of them. So was it for special sessions of 2018, 2022, 2023, 2026, and then what are those special sessions for? Those could be an area of your concern. Anyway, I think I'd like to look into the next article, Article 102. Let me jump a few here. And then disqualification. I mean, that disqualification, what are the issues that we have got? Because EC report that we have got, is it binding or not on the president? That aspect. And then also list of office of profit. What is office of profit? And then how it operates with respect to the provision being binding or not binding, that can also be kept in mind. Apart from that, we have got 105. This always in news. Parliamentary privileges that we have got. Article 105(2) and 194(2) for MLA that we have got. Yes. So I like you to look into that. What are the provisions? And then there were some issues with respect to some MLAs, and then that can be kept. Sita Soran case, 2024, that has brought Article 105 so much in news. And then also we had a during PV Narasimha Rao, another case in 1998. I like you to look into this Article 105, and the fine points should be clear in your mind. And we have 108, that is joint sitting. I think on what condition joint sitting can be done, money bill, can it be done or not? UPSC has asked in the past also, and they can ask in future as well. And then you should just talk about, see that what kind of conditions in which they can be called, and what is the current debate that we had around this. Then we have got Article 110, and then I think 110 that we have got, the word only used in that has been so much in debate. And then the power of uh, speaker in this case, the role of Raj Sabha in that, and then quite a few cases have come in that. Puttaswamy case that we have had in this, and then we have got debate of Aadhaar being passed as money bill, that debate that we have had. And then we have in fact quite a few cases coming to my mind. Roger Matthew case, 2019, you must have followed. So many cases of Article 110, and I think you have followed them. If not, you can just possibly look into that now. Article 112, annual financial statement that we have got, budget as we call it. And then we have got so many things have happened around that. The role of CAG, judiciary, and then their respective role in Article 112 has to be kept in mind. Apart from that, Article 117 that we have got, President prior consent and those aspects, Category 1, Category 2, that kind of situation, which you need to keep into that. And economic reforms happening through financial bill, that can be taken up into account. And I'm sure you have followed the budget, you would connect with what I'm saying very easily. Article 122, procedural irregularity cannot be looked into by the court. And but then if there is some substantial illegality, they can be looked into that. Certain bill passed during the disruption of the house, they brought the whole Article 122 in news, and then judiciary was invoked in that process. And then I'm not into that political part of the debate, but then this article was in news, and I expect you to be keeping in mind. Article 123, also ordinance, the conditions in which it can be issued, the kind of uh, duration for which it will be remaining effective, maximum life that we have got, that is 6 months plus 6 months, 6 weeks that we have got, and then the debate about ordinance Raj that we have got, uh, and then continuous promulgation of those thing which need to be kept in mind. Article 1 to 3 should be clear in your mind. I would like to tell you that these articles, an indication that I'm making, is just to highlight these have been reported in the newspaper, these have been in news this year. I would expect that you just have, as part of amping up your preparation, you have looked at it and you're not missed out this article from the perspective that I have been talking about. I would like to give you the next video, which will be setting up some more piece of articles just to reconfirm. You can watch them on fast forward mode as well. And wherever you think that I need this, you can concentrate on that and have that picked up. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. So I like to keep the videos length around this time only. See you in the next video.